One of my favorite things to do with my sister when she first moved down to Sydney is get some Japanese street food, and yakitori was always at the top of the list. And a couple of brands have made it even easier for us to make it at home ourselves. So we've got a yakitori sauce. So we don't even need to create our sauce from scratch. This is a sauce and a marinade. So I have some beautiful chicken skewers. I'm going to make some eggplant skewers. We're going to let it all marinate in that beautiful yakitori sauce for sort of at least 20 minutes, but it could even be overnight. Then we're gonna grill it, and I will make up a little salad, but this is perfect Japanese street food at its finest in your own home. So we've got our chicken sort of about 1 to 2 centimeters thick. I like to fold it over when I'm securing it to the skewer so that it doesn't go anywhere and we don't get any wobbly bits. It stays really nice and tight. Now my eggplant is cut to a similar thickness, but I need less pieces on the skewer. So we've got our eggplant skewers done. Now I'm just gonna pour over that sauce. We'll give these all a turn in about, if you've got the time, in about an hour, and just rotate them every so often to make sure that they really take on all of that flavor. And then while we're cooking, we can actually baste them with any leftover sauce in the pan. So that'll give us a good place to start. I'm gonna marinate these for at least 20 minutes. If you've got an hour overnight, even better, and then we'll come back and cook them. Our chicken and eggplant have had enough marinating time, or I'm just losing patience and want to eat them. So I've got a nice hot griddle pan. If you wanted to cook them outside in a more traditional sort of yakitori style, you most certainly can do that. We've got some nice color and absorption of our marinade. So I'll put a couple eggplant and a few chicken on nice and hot. And while these are cooking, I can just make a little side salad to cut through some of the richness of our yakitori. So while those are cooking, I'm just gonna get a really simple side salad ready. So I've got some rice vinegar, some mirin, and some sesame oil. Now this is quite a strong flavor, but against the cucumber, really nutty, really lovely, roasty, toasty notes in there. So we actually use quite a bit of that. Just gonna give that a quick stir, just to bring it together so there's no separation between the fat and the vinegars. Now rather than cutting this, I'm gonna get nice long ribbons with my peeler. So I'm going to do one side and then flip it over so we've got some bits of flesh, some bits of skin. So we've got a nice contrast in color there, some of that beautiful vibrant green on the outside. Flipping it over, and then we'll do the sides. Don't really want to use the seeds in this one because they'll be a little bit too wet. But if you've got little people, youngsters in your household, that's a great cooling snack to get them excited about what they're about to eat. I can see that our skewers are just about ready for their first turn. We definitely want a nice char on the outside. That'll give me just enough time to toss this through the dressing before I flip them over. So just our last few cucumber ribbons there, all into our beautiful dressing, our quick dressing. I'm gonna flip these over, and then I'll give it a toss. We've got some nice char marks on our eggplant there. We've got some nice color and a little bit of char on our yakitori, our chicken and eggplant. So I'm just flipping it over one last time, getting a little bit of that extra sauce in there, because it's all flavor. So I'm just gonna squeeze most of the dressing out of this cucumber because we don't want it wet and soggy on the board, but we just wanna make sure that's all touched with that dressing. Then we can start with our eggplant skewers. Oh yeah, very saucy. And then our chicken skewers. Really gorgeous, deep caramel color, all of that extra flavor. And then, as I said, you can add a few extra condiments and a few extra spices and textures. So we've got some black and white toasted sesame seeds. And then I like to be able to wipe my yakitori through a little bit of wasabi, but it's entirely up to you if you put it on the side. your diners can enjoy it as they please. So there is our gorgeous, very aromatic Japanese street food in the comfort of your own home, made very simply.